Hey man, it's Laray Da Savage. I'm with Networking the Streets. What the fuck going on, man?
What's up, family? Welcome to another Networking the Streets episode. Tonight we got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? One of the coldest artists, not just in Houston, but just in general. You know what I'm saying? The public figure of Third Ward, Laray Da Savage. How you living? How you feeling?
Man, I'm cool and chilling, man. Blessed. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life, making good music, having a good time with the shit.
Yes, sir. So let's get back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. The trade, man. Third Ward, South Side of Houston, Texas. What was it like in your section, and what just separated like just Third Ward from every other place? You know what I'm saying? Every other hood.
Shit. I feel like, I don't know, I can't just speak on everybody else's hood or what they shit like, but in my hood, I feel like, you know, it's like everything connected, everybody know everybody and shit. It's all love, like within the community and shit. Everybody fuck with each other and show love to each other and shit. So growing up in Third Ward was really just, it was cool, it was a experience, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really like any other hood though, like, you know what I'm saying? Same shit going on.
And what did you learn? You know what I'm saying? What has Third Ward taught you? You know, growing up.
Shit, Third Ward taught me how to fight. I got a lot of fights. Shit, life lessons, I feel like it taught me shit to really just get up out of it, because it ain't like far as know how that shit is, like in the ghetto and shit, you really gotta get up out that shit. So I say like you taught me to just really strive and become something better than just Third Ward, like be something bigger.
Yeah. What schools did you go to growing up?
I went to like what, like high school? Or
like, you know what I'm saying, elementary
just
to
all the way through everything?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I went to school out here my whole time. I ain't and shit. I went to Dyson. Then I went to Douglas first for pre-K kindergarten.
Yeah.
Then I went to Dyson. Like the rest of that time through 5th grade. Then I went to Ryan.
Yeah. Shout out Ryan Middle School.
Yeah,
man.
Ryan went to Ryan, 6th grade, 7th grade. Then my mama had moved. She had moved to A-Leaf and shit. So I had ended up going to a school in A-Leaf called Ollie. Ollie Middle School and shit. Ollie Isles, that's what they used to be called. Ollie Isles and shit.
Yeah.
I had went there and shit.
How was that experience? You know what I'm saying? Going from Trey A-Leaf, did you get into it with people? You know what I'm saying? In there? Because you being from...
Nah, I really ain't getting to it nobody. Like, they really fucked with me. Like, I was doing music and shit. And in middle school, too, that's when I first started doing music. So, like, I really ain't talked to nobody when I first was going there. Like, cause I'm used to, like, my hood and people knowing me. Like, where I'm from, like, I don't know these people and shit. Like, and then that shit felt far. Like, when you young, moving somewhere else, like, that shit really ain't that far when you get older, but that shit be feeling far. Like, A-Leaf was, like, far than the bitch, like, from where I grew up at. So I felt like I was all the way somewhere else. They was dressing different, talking different and shit, but I never got into it with nobody, and everybody really fucked with me and shit.
And what high school did you...
I ended up going to Elsie. After Ollie, I went to Elsie.
Yeah.
But I ain't really stayed up for that long. I was skipping and shit. Like, I ain't really like that. I was skipping. And then my mama caught me skipping one time. I had skipped. I was walking all the way home. She caught me. I used to do it all the time. She used to go to work. I used to jump the gate to our crib, slide through the balcony and shit, and be in the highs until she come home. I'd jump the balcony again, leave. And then she'd come back, and I'd come back a little later after school was out. Like, I went to school, but really I was in the house the whole time. And then she caught me one time. I'm walking down the street, she ride past me and shit. She stopped hunting and shit. Boy, what you doing? You supposed to be in school and shit. Yeah. I get in the car and then I told her, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, mama, I really ain't fucking with her. Like, being like out here, I'd rather just go to Yates. Like, I want to go to Yates and shit. I'm gonna go to school every day if you let me go there or whatever. Yeah. And she ended up putting me in Yates and shit. I ended up going there and shit.
Did you finish from Yates?
Nah, I had got arrested and shit.
Yeah.
And I had that shit fucked my whole school shit up, like everything.
Would you like to speak on like what happened? Like what they arrested you for?
Yeah,
allegedly arrested. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little bullshit, a little like robbery situation. Yeah. Supposed to happen, like a little robbery situation or whatever. And then I was fighting the case or whatever, and then I had caught another case. So I had went on the run and shit. Like, They let me bond out and shit before like everything came back or whatever. So I bonded out before like everybody they realized I caught another case type shit.
Yeah.
And then I went on the run for like 2 years. And that was like just so happened to been like my 11th and 12th grade year, so I didn't even like graduate and shit.
And how old you were, you know what I'm saying, when you had caught the charge, when you got that case? You caught the case.
I was 17.
17, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically an adult in the state of Texas.
Yeah, that's when I just turned the adult too.
Man.
Yeah.
So what was your upbringing like? How many siblings did you have? Did you grow up in a single parent household? Was you raised by grandparents?
I was raised in a single parent household. My daddy died before I was born and shit. So like I ain't never really like had like no father figure, like no daddy like that. You know what I'm saying? In my life and shit.
Yeah.
My mama had a boyfriend and shit like that, but whole time it was like single parenting type shit.
Yeah.
But my mama got 6 kids. I'm like kind of like the middle child. I got 2 younger siblings, and I got 4 older siblings.
Yeah. You know what they say about the middle child?
3 older siblings. Yeah.
You know what they say about the middle child? That's the gremlin of the family, the demon child.
Hey, I really feel like I'm the older child.
Yeah.
For some reason, like I feel like I'm like I feel like I'm the oldest.
Man, for sure, man. So, you know, I was looking at an interview from not too long ago. You said you were born in Arizona. Is that true?
Yeah, I was born in Arizona.
Was your people from Arizona, or is it just a situation to where they moved out there?
All my people from Arizona, like my brothers and shit. Like my brother from Arizona, my mom from Arizona and shit. My sister from Arizona and shit.
Have they told you what it was like in Arizona? Like,
yeah. Like I don't know that they don't really like just know, like I don't know. They just know like what they know. They just told me like little stories and shit, like
for
you
sure.
know how it was, but just not too far, like not too much. I don't really know like too much.
Yeah, man, cause you know they got like a stigma, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't really no black people in Arizona for real, but come to find out it is. For sure, man. So, you know, as you know, like everybody around the city know about 103, man. What does 103 stand for? And did it have an impact on the culture of like the new generation of Houston? You know what I'm saying? Like from 2010 to now.
103 for me stands for like family and shit. You know, it really stands for 100% third ward.
Yeah.
You feel me? But shit, that shit really just family, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's a part of it, you know, is our brothers and shit. Like it's just our love and shit.
Sure.
You said the effect.
Yeah, the effect, the impact.
Yeah, I feel like it affect a lot of shit. Like you know, a lot of young niggas and shit. Like since 103 started, like a lot of like you know, young niggas and shit. They want to like you know, kind of do like the same little shit and you know try to have their own movement together and shit like that too. So yeah,
For sure, man.
it kind of had an effect.
And you know, speaking of Third Ward, you know, man, one of the biggest names in Third Ward, even though it was a tragedy, you know, George Floyd, man. Did you actually know George Floyd? Did your people know George Floyd?
Nah, I ain't actually know George Floyd, but like a lot of people I know, they actually know him and shit. Like they like you know, for a long time. She was a good friend of him and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fucked up situation and shit.
And what was your reaction once you know what I'm saying, seen the video and once you found out like, man, that was a native of where you from?
Like I said, like that shit like a family. Like when you come from Third Ward and shit, like that shit like a family. So I ain't really know him like that, but it was like just seeing everybody hurt around me and shit and just knowing like, damn, this nigga come from where I come from, like that shit was like a fucked up feeling I have.
Yeah, so earlier you said you had gotten into music when you had, you know, around that time when you had transferred to like one of the schools in A-Leaf. So how old were you? Were you like, what, 13, 14 or younger than that?
When I first started doing the music,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I probably was like, yeah, like 14. I don't really know like this no day, cause I always been rapping. Like I always been rapping, but I don't know. I always kind of dated back to like 2016 or 2015, cause that's when I just started really like having buzz and like people really started knowing me. I always been rapping, so I don't really know. I can't just say like what age I really just started rapping.
Yeah.
Niggas be, I started rapping at 9 years old. Like I don't know. I just been rapping.
For sure. What rappers influenced you growing up?
Shit, yeah, I pretty much everybody with this too. Shit, I could say Drake. I like Drake. I always listen to him. I always listen like Lil Durk and shit.
Yeah. I
always listen to Meek Mill. I like Meek Mill and shit. I used to listen to him a lot.
Right. And anybody in the city like play that influence?
Yeah, in the city and shit too. Yeah, I was growing up listening to people in my neighborhood and shit around the way and shit.
Yeah.
Like Cal Wayne.
Yeah, shout out to Cal Wayne, man.
Yeah, like Cal Wayne and shit. And people from Houston and shit, like Lil Kiki and shit, like I be liking that shit, J-Dog and shit.
Yeah.
Up, listen to that shit too. But I was thinking like more like just like overall like crazy, like, you know, shit like that, like star shit.
Yeah, mainstream.
Yeah,
sure.
mainstream, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, do you feel like you was playing around with it when you first started rapping, or do you feel like you always kind of like took it serious?
Shit, I really, like, I gotta take this shit serious, but it's like I really do this shit. Like, I feel like this shit be easy. Like, so I'm really like learning this shit. Like, it's more like a learning for me. Like, I ain't just like, I'm taking this serious, but like, I have fun with it at the same time as just having experience with this music shit. I learned to really just not even just be too focused on trying to be too serious.
Yeah. And you could tell, like, just by, you know, different songs, different beat selections, like, you inclined and you versatile.
Yeah.
Like, what made you just kind of branch off into do different types of, like, you know, songs and different genres? You ain't just one-dimensional.
I know, like, what type of shit I be wanting to hear, like, what type of feelings and mood I be on, so I just be making shit like that. Like, I really just, I don't know, I think it's just my taste. Like, that's just the type of shit I be on. Like, I hear a beat, you can ask my producer, I'm gonna pass up 1,000 beats. Like, I'll be like, nah, the next one. Like, I don't want to listen to the same shit everybody got going on. I don't want to, I be trying to.
You want to stand out.
Yeah, I be trying to just, you know, I really try to create my own lane. So when people come to me, it's really experience. Like, it's really like, that's savage shit. Like, that's great shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I really want my shit. I really be trying to be for you.
For sure. How would you describe yourself as an artist?
I can say like melodic, chill, like laid back, kind of little soul.
Yeah.
You know, just like a vibe.
Facts.
Vibey or wavy.
And did you always like harmonize, like sing harmonize, or did you start off like just actually rapping?
I started off actually rapping, like
yeah.
But really both though. Really both. I always had like the little harmonization, like in me and that big, you feel me?
But did it seem like you just fell in love with the harmonizing most, especially like in this era, like it's like mostly harmonized?
Yeah, I just feel like it stuck with me more. Like the songs that people liked it more. They was more harmonized, so it just fit me more.
Yeah. Do you feel like you make the best paying music in Houston, or just in general?
Yeah, most definitely. Like,
cause I seen, you know, a while back, you had made a post like, I make the best paying music in Houston, and then different people was like, nah, I make the best. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna have their opinions on
sure,
it, you know.
For sure.
But I feel like that smoke really come from me. Like, I feel like I influence a lot of other artists that do the paying music in the city and shit. Like, a lot of people come to me for that shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like I definitely got the best paying music in the city, no cap.
For sure. As far as like your music making process, do you write or do you punch in? Or do you do both?
I do both. But I mostly just punch in now. Like, now when I just do music, like, I'm just going there because I be having a lot of shit to talk about. I be doing a lot of shit, so shit, I don't really have time to write. I be right now, I be getting a little cloudy for me. Like, I be thinking too hard and shit.
Yeah.
When I just punch in, go in the booth, throw the beat on, and I vibe to it that first time, now instead of trying to play it back for me and shit, like, let me write to it. Like, nah, I gotta hear that whole that first time, that first snap, the first thing that come out my mouth when I'm behind the microphone, that's what we going with. Like, and that shit be a vibe every time.
For sure, man. So let's get to Soul Taking, man. 3 years ago, you know, that's one of the songs that's a gem in the city of Houston, man. What was the motive behind Soul Taking? And did you know that it was gonna take off like that, having, 2.3 million views?
Shit. I don't know. Shit. I ain't really know that how we was gonna really do it like that, but I always knew the song like that. I was a hard ass song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I first posted it, like I wrote Soul Talking. I been had the song for a long time, probably like a year before I even dropped the song. Like, and I never recorded it. I just had it in my phone, like just rapping to it and shit, like whenever I put on the beat that I had to it or whatever. And shit, I ended up recording. I recorded in Atlanta, and it originally had somebody on the like a second person on Soul Talk originally. And nobody know that shit. It originally had somebody on it. My boy Magic, he was signed to June James, the same person I was signed to. And shit. He was an Atlanta artist though. Yeah. But he was originally on the song though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I had took him off the own shit because it just sounded better like how it was. Like,
yeah, just with you. Yeah,
I'm like,
sure.
I gotta keep that hoe like that. And then shit, I ended up dropping it. I dropped the audio and that hoe went crazy. And then I dropped the video, and then right after that, I went to jail for a little minute. Like I ain't even stay out for the whole little.
And how long did you do?
I was in jail for like 8 months.
And was it, probate, violation?
Yeah, it was a violation of probation. I was smoking this shit too much, and then not reporting this shit. I had like stupid like drug tests and shit. I was failing this shit. And then they just violated my shit. I went to jail. When the whole time I was in jail, like Soul Talking had just dropped. It had like probably like 100,000 views. Like, when I went to jail, I think that was like 1 month. Like it was like 30 days. Like I went to jail, and then I couldn't even see, like everybody was just telling me like, hey, yo shit, like I'm on the phone, you got 200,000 now. Like, yo shit going up now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody fucking with it. Shit like that. So I was like, yeah, that shit lie. Then I knew it was real cause like people in there already was like knowing my shit. Like, that's your song, like that's your shit. Now you lying and shit. And the nigga came in that hoe, he had a whole case like they brought him in jail because he was out on board, and he said some shit he had said, and some shit he had said folk been broke, I'd rather do another robbery on the Instagram post, and they had violated his I think his bond or some shit. He was like, man, I'm in jail because of your shit. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Hey, yeah, man.
But yeah, that whole time I was in jail and shit and shit.
And how did that make you feel, like, people from both sides, but really every side of Houston, especially like the north side, just jamming your song, playing in the clubs? How did that make you feel, man?
Shit, that shit was live, especially while I'm locked up, cause I end up going to a little treatment facility and shit where they put me in. I ended up getting a phone and shit in the treatment facility. So I started like seeing this shit, like I'm seeing all the tags and shit. I'm seeing all the people like posting me and shit. So that shit was crazy. Like, that shit was like, I can't even explain like that shit was like.
And when you came home, did any major labels reach out to you after that?
Yeah, I had a lot of people reach out to me and shit, but I was with June James at the time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I wasn't really like knowing like a lot of this shit, even just about like no business side of the shit, like just too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm just making music, like just doing this shit, just trying to make some hits, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But he was like, we had went a few places and shit, like they shot me around a few places and shit, you know what I'm saying? I talked to a few people and shit. I even had some little shit I was finna end up doing this shit, but that shit went sour. I don't even really want to get too deep into that shit, cause I don't I got good relationships still, with everybody and shit. Yeah, that shit like washed up.
But as far as like working with June, man, how was the experience? You know what I'm saying, on the production side?
June production live. Like I can't count. Like June shit live. Shit, everything we did was like every time we made. I feel like every song, everything we like the whole type of timing we was on was just live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. That shit was live.
So yeah, man. Speaking of soul taking, man, there was another video that went viral of FBG, the late FBG Duck, jamming your song hard, and not just jamming it one time, but multiple times, riding in the car, him chilling at the crib. Like, how did that make you feel, man? And you know what I'm saying? When did he reach out to you? You know what I'm saying?
That shit made me feel alive. Like, cause I was listening to his shit. That sliding shit was like around the same time. And shit, like niggas listen to him and shit. And then not only him, but like a lot of people that reached out to me and shit. So that shit was like, that shit was making me feel like, damn, like nigga really got some shit going on. Like, folks really fuck with my shit. So that's how I knew like a nigga got star status, like for sure. Like a nigga star bound for sure. Like if all these people fucking with it, like I know like the whole world gonna fuck with it once everybody get up on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all eventually ended up doing a song together, man.
Yeah, I had locked in with him and shit. I was calling him and shit, niggas FaceTiming and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was just chopping it up and shit, running back and forth and shit. And shit, I had sent that nigga 2 songs. He actually did both of the songs, but you know, the situation that happened with him, so I never really got the other song back. I only had got one of them back. And these people had like had pulled the strings and shit for us to really push that shit and get that shit out there and shit. And they dropping on his channel and shit. Just I guess for some new content after he had died and shit.
And what was your reaction when you heard about his
that
pass?
Shit was fucked up. Like, that shit felt like, that shit was crazy, boy. I seen that shit on my phone. I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like, it's a crazy ass world out here, man.
Sure, man. And how does it feel just having over 7 million views on YouTube, man? 7.3 million views.
That shit live. A lot of people don't be doing that shit. Feel me? I'm just trying to keep going. I'm just trying to keep climbing, get more and more shit. Go as far as I can with this shit.
For sure, man. But so have you talked or got some things in the vault, like some songs in the vault that you done did with like other big names that you ain't drop it that you can speak about? Cause I know you know.
Yeah, I got some people. I got some songs I did with a couple people and shit.
Yeah.
I got a badass record from the drop song with the Red Sun though.
Oh yeah.
We got a hard ass song and shit. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna make some niggas cry, huh?
Yeah. We're gonna bring that band shit to them and shit.
Yeah.
I got some shit in the vault though for sure. A whole bunch of shit, videos and shit. I got a lot of shit out there I'm finna do.
But speaking of like just songs in the vault, do you feel like you got some old songs in the vault that just you feel like you could have released and it's still gonna hit, man? Like
yeah, I got songs out right now that I feel like motherfuckers if they didn't really just listen to it back in the day. If they listen to it now, that shit gonna go crazy. But I got old songs like that I made, I ain't never dropped. I'm like, I really got this one song I'm probably gonna put on my mixtape. I had made that like 2 years ago. Yeah. But that whole relevant right now, like that whole hitting.
What's there? So I want to talk about 2 of my favorite songs, man. Young and Turnt and Blood Diamond.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know something.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, all right. So I know it's been a while. So, like, what vibe was you on with Young and Turnt? Cause it feel like you just on. You know what I'm saying? The vibration was just on the, you know.
I don't even know, fool. I had made that one in Miami.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in Miami, like I be like,
oh, it's just the aura of Miami kind of got you in there.
It be like the vibe. I'm telling like that shit be out with the vibe. Like some of these songs I be making, I be out of time and shit. Like be doing different shit. So when I'm finally like getting behind that microphone, that shit just be like a whole different feeling.
And my bad. What you was about to say?
Nah, I was finna just say like that shit was vibe.
And speaking of Blood Diamond, which is on a tape with you, a joint collab with you and YB Puerto Rico. How was that experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all two, like, being from rival neighborhoods, working together. How was that, man?
Shit.
And what you think that was?
I be like family, like, you know, I be like we fuck with each other, like, off this rap shit. Like, we don't even gotta pertain, like, to no music. Like, we put up key, like, we support each other, like, on other shit. Like, we don't even gotta deal with no music. Like, that's my, like, I can say, like, one of my real like rap partner, like outside of like my friends and family, like that's like another friend, like I consider my friend, like you know what I'm saying. But working with him, that shit was live and shit. Cause shit, you know, he got a big name out here too. You know what I'm saying? He got to make an impact and shit. So that shit was live for us to come together and really just do that shit. Show motherfuckers like that shit ain't nothing for niggas to come together and do that shit.
And what was it like working with Rich Partner, man?
Rich Partner too. Shit, Rich Partner, I feel like, shit, we got in the lab. I don't know, I feel like Rich Partner should be bigger than like what he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he should be like way, just really way, like, take control of this shit. Like, you really should be, everybody should be listening to that shit for real. That nigga shit hard. But working with him was live too, shit. And we went back and forth on the track, like, going in, like, no writing, no nothing. We just in there, like, going in. So that shit was live too.
Just in the moment, for sure, man. What's your opinion on Houston's current rap scene? Do you think y'all, you know, evolved and got better over time? Because it once was a drought, you know what I'm saying? After like the post SUC Swishahouse era, you know, do you think y'all
I feel like from that era to this era, it was more definitely like better. I feel like it's more versatile rappers. It's more like I can even say like more talented. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, no disrespect to the legends, because you know that's what they did. They paved the way for everybody. But I'm just saying like just learning from them and getting the game from them and twisting it and making it to our own and able to even grow. It's people that the rap scene right now is way better than I feel like how it was back in the day. But I wasn't there, so I can only speak for now.
Do you think the new Houston will surpass the old Houston? Yeah. Cause
it's young niggas doing this shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's young niggas doing this shit. So.
And then it seemed like in their era it was just north side, south side. Now it's like it's still politics involved because the shit that didn't happen, but you see more people from different sides working together.
Like just
so
connected.
Sure. Are there any rappers in the H that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
I don't really think about shit like that. Like, I don't care for it. Like, it ain't like nobody I like, I want to work with them. But if we work, if they hit me up and we work, I don't know.
For sure. Do you believe being a rapper is one of the most dangerous like careers to have, or do you think it's just because of who, like the energy people put out or the people they have around them?
I feel like it's with the energy for sure. It's dangerous, but it's more with the energy too. Cause like shit, you could be a rapper like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody just trying to like just you know what I'm saying? Unless they trying to rob them, but anybody gonna try to rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like if they know you got some money or something, that ain't you ain't even gotta be a rapper to be trying to get robbed. But as far as like it come with your energy. If you got that demeanor, you giving that shit out like. You hood or you street, like it's street niggas all around the world. Like niggas, you want to come see about that shit. They want to see what's up with that shit. So I feel like it's like that.
Do you feel like Houston rappers are targeted? You know what I'm saying? Like you know how some of the mainstream rappers been targeted and facing RICO. Do you think Houston rappers, even though a lot of us are not like mainstream like the other cities, do you think we be targeted by our own? Like as far as like Houston Police Department?
Yeah. They be knowing what the fuck going on. They be calling niggas like by their first names and shit. Like they be knowing exactly what's going on. Like, you know, shit.
Yeah. Do you think rappers should like switch up their lyrics or just have like a, you know, like basically in a video?
Like, you should watch what you say. Most definitely watch what you say. Like when you rapping and shit, because shit. You gotta know these people listening. Yeah. Of course, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not nothing, you feel me? Yeah. You got to know that, but I don't feel like they should be trying to, like, get niggas over no digs and shit, because niggas be capping, like.
They for sure.
I shot a nigga the other day, who was popping, man. Hey, he just made that shit up, like, never did that shit, so. You feel me? That shit.
Sure, man.
Hey, what a five.
And you know, Lil Daddy, you know, who you mentioned in the song, you know, basically family friend of yours. You know, he was going viral just freestyling. Did you know he always like had that talent, or it came out of nowhere? And
he wasn't always on the rap shit. I guess he probably just, you know, Just thinking about that shit and just find a way how to be creative about what they going through and shit.
Yeah. Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I just talk to him all the time, then every day.
Yeah. And out of the 7 projects, you know what I'm saying, that's on Apple Music and the 1 EP, like, which one is your favorite?
Probably Forever Wavy 2.
Forever Wavy 2. And why you say Forever Wavy 2?
I was just on a whole different time. Like when I say wavy, I really mean like wavy. Like everything I was doing around that time frame. Like it was like probably, I don't know, like the best time of my life.
And on Forever Wavy 2, what was it like working with, you know, Lil Chad and Fastlane, OTB Fastlane?
That shit was live. Both of them niggas live. Both of them go hard. You know what I'm saying? Both of them from the north side and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them, I think they is, yeah. Well, he's the Chad from the north side.
He's basically like adopted by the north.
Yeah,
you know, he from
tight shit. Yeah, he from somewhere else.
Yeah, he from the country.
Nacogdoches or something like that.
Lufkin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, both of them niggas lied though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, me and Fastlane got multiple songs. You know?
Yeah.
We just ain't put Mike yet. But we got more than one song. We got some shit.
Most definitely, man. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I know you probably don't think like that, but I know you have a goal, like
yeah, shit.
like
I'm
a long
just
term
trying
goal, 5 10
bring
years.
some Grammys and shit back.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just go crazy with this shit, really. Like, you know, do the best I can. 5 years from now, I'm just trying to be on top of this shit. Grow, learn, be a better me.
And what advice would you know what I'm saying, give to the youth, man, that's trying to like find a way, trying to find themselves, man?
I say shit, just shit. Stay down, be yourself. You feel me? Don't really get too caught up in the hype, cause a lot of this shit ain't what it seems like. You feel me? You gonna go through problems. When you go through the problems, you gotta just think about it. You know what I'm saying? What you doing for shit? Stay down and keep going. You keep going, you gonna see the results. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you stay consistent with some shit and you good at it, you doing good, as long as you climbing, you gonna get to the top.
Most definitely. And how would you respond if a youngin just walk up to you and tell you, Laray, I want to be a rapper. Like, what do I need to do? How would you answer that?
That's what I would tell them. Shit, go rap, go get in the studio. You want to be a rapper? Go rap. Shit, and then see if the people like it. If the people like it, you might got a shot at it. Cause you can't just you can just be a rapper. Like I ain't just encouraging everybody to just be no rapper now. But if you want to be a rapper, shit, you just got a limit. You can do it. You just gotta do it. There be a lot of people they be telling me like. I be able to tell people all the time, they be, man, bro, like, I'm trying to get in the studio, bro. I be like, get in the studio, bro. Like, you telling me and you're not getting in the studio, go get in the studio, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can get you in the studio too, but all that time you wasting waiting on me, you might not even see me next 3, 4 weeks. Like, it be niggas I don't be seeing a lot type shit. They be, hey, man, bro, like, what's up? What y'all need? Let's get in the studio, bro. Like, just do that shit.
Are you still signed or currently independent?
Nah, I'm signed right now.
And who are you signed to?
I'm signed to 713 Studios, Sankofa Sounds. Yeah, I got some of this shit going on. Like some of this shit, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. What's your opinion on blogs, man? Should rappers focus blog pages more or blogs like the new blueprint?
Yeah, I think so. It's live like that, relationships and shit with like blogs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure, man. And would you like to speak on like your upcoming project, or you still trying to, you know?
Nah, I'm dropping this project called Control. It's like I got like 3 songs out right now. You can listen to it on all platforms and shit. I'm not done with it. though. But I'm just dropping little shit, you know, here and there, just as I'm working and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody ever really even did this shit like how we doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of dropping as we go, like we dropping the album as we go. And then once we done that, it's gonna be like a complete album. But yeah, I got the Control album and shit. Finna drop that shit crazy, everything going crazy. All this shit going. All this shit I got right now,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit crazy. Like, this shit goes stupid.
Going up,
Too
man.
hard.
And last but not least, man, what would you like to say to, you know, your supporters, your fans, man, family? What you like to say
Y'all
to
wait
them?
on that shit, man. Control from the drop, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep streaming, keep listening to the music and shit. I appreciate everybody for fucking with me. If you watching this, I appreciate you for being here, you know what I'm saying? Know what's going on.
The shit show, man. There y'all have it, man. First interview with Third Ward's on Laray Da Savage. It's the first, but won't be the last, man. So y'all tune in, man. And,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Following. What's your Instagram?
Laray Da Savage 2 times, but Laray Da Savage 2XX on
Yes, sir.
Instagram and shit. Really all platforms and shit gonna pop up. Laray Da
Yes, sir.
Savage on Google and shit, all that shit.
Yes, sir. There y'all have it, man.